Arda Guler is the latest and brightest Turkish youngster in the world of football right now. This 18-year-old attacking midfielder really had two of the biggest clubs in the world, Barcelona and Real Madrid, fighting over his signature this summer. That alone should tell you that he's truly special, and in this video today, I'll be telling you what makes him so special. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of the rise of Arda Guler. But before we go deep into the life of this teenage sensation, please quickly go and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We would love you to be part of the family. All done? Now back to the star of the show today. Who really is this kid? And how has he made it to the biggest club in the world at 18? Let's start from the beginning, shall we? Arda Guler was born in Ankara, Turkey's capital city, on the 25th of February 2005. He was a smallish kid, but he was an absolute menace with the ball at his feet. So, his parents enrolled him into a local football academy in 2014 when he was just 9. He spent 5 years there and then moved to Fenerbahçe in 2019. He was just 14, but everyone who saw him play knew that he was one hell of a baller, and unsurprisingly, he rose through the Fenerbahçe ranks pretty quickly. A month before his 16th birthday, just 2 years after he joined the club's youth team, Guler was offered his first ever professional contract by Fenerbahçe. It was a 2.5-year deal, which was a huge sign of trust in the kid. He would go on to make his debut with the first team in August 2019 in a Europa League playoff game, which the Turkish club ended up winning. Arda Guler played so well in that game that the coach felt confident to give him his first league appearance just 3 days later, and the teenager made sure to repay that faith the gaffer had in him. What did Arda Guler do in that game? He provided a very clutch assist, which was enough to win Fenerbahçe all 3 points. He set up the only goal of the game, and to make it even sweeter, it came in the 89th minute. From that very moment, the entire nation of Turkey knew that a star had been born. After that performance, Arda Guler's stocks rose. More fans wanted to watch this kid play, so the coach started to play him more, and he just kept getting better. Much later in the season, in March 2022 to be precise, Arda Guler scored his first ever league goal. And guess what? It was a record-breaking goal. That goal made him the youngest ever goal scorer for Fenerbahçe in the history of the Turkish Super League. He was just 17 years old, and he just kept flying. By May 2022, when the 2021-22 season was wrapping up, Arda Guler had already scored 3 goals and provided 3 assists. And he did all that having played just 255 minutes of football. And here, we're just talking about numbers. If you put the numbers aside, the boy still impacts the game in ways you wouldn't expect from a kid his age. It also helps that he is a pleasure to watch. Big shout out to the confectionery, but I can guarantee you that Arda Guler is the #1 Turkish delight in the world right now. After a good debut season in the top flight, what do you think became of Arda Guler? He immediately became one of the most sought-after youngsters in the world of football. According to reports, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, PSG and Borussia Dortmund all wanted to sign him. Fenerbahçe saw all of this and immediately took the initiative to offer him another contract, which he signed. He signed a 3-year deal which should have kept him at the club till 2025, and they put a rather generous release clause of €17.5 million in the contract. Considering his age, how good he is, and how many clubs want him, I'm pretty sure Fenerbahçe could have gotten about €40 million from his transfer. But here's the thing, his release clause was that low because they didn't know he was going to get even better in the 2022-23 season. By the way, in the 2021-22 season, Arda Guler played alongside Mesut Ozil at Fenerbahçe, and we're sure he picked up a lot of things from the World Cup winner. They're both of Turkish descent, both about the same height and of the same build, and they have similar styles of play. Little wonder many call Arda Guler the new Mesut Ozil. There are just too many similarities. Anyway, ahead of the 2022-23 season, the new Mesut Ozil stepped into the shoes of the original Mesut Ozil. The former Arsenal midfielder wore the number 10 jersey at Fenerbahçe in the 2021-22 season. And when he left in the summer of 2022, the number 10 jersey was handed to 17-year-old Arda Guler. And here's the thing, the number 10 jersey holds significant meaning for Fenerbahçe fans. And not even because of Ozil, because of a guy named Alex de Souza. an attacking midfielder who played for the club for 8 years between 2004 and 2012, winning them multiple trophies including 3 league titles. So there was big pressure on Arda Guler's shoulders when he took over the number 10 jersey. And did he live up to expectations? You bet he did. In just his first game as the club's new number 10, Guler scored 2 goals in just 21 minutes, proving to the club and the fans that the cherished number was in safe hands. He just kept balling that season, and more people across Europe started to know about him. November 2022 was a particularly huge month for him. That month was when he scored his first goal in a European competition proper. It was a game against Dynamo Kyiv in the Europa League group stage on the 3rd of November, and Fenerbahçe won that game 2-0, with Guler being directly involved in both goals. He scored from outside the box, taking advantage of some confusion in Dynamo's defence, and then assisted the second goal from a corner. Then, on the 19th of November, he made his international debut with the Turkey senior team at the age of 17. However, his first goal for the national team did not come until June 2023. But when it came, it was truly special. He curled one in from outside the box in the 80th minute of a Euro qualifier against Wales, and that goal right there is one of the reasons he's called the Turkish Messi. His goal against Wales bears a lot of resemblance with Messi's goal against Iran at the 2014 World Cup. But of course, it's not just that goal that made people liken him to the GOAT. Just like Messi, Arda Guler has the ability to play as a right winger and as an attacking midfielder. Who knows? He might also be great as a false 9. Also, just like Messi, Guler can dribble, pick out passes, and create goals very effectively. He hasn't shown that he is much of a goal scorer like Messi though, but he has shown that he is the man for the big games. In his final game for Fenerbahçe, the 2023 Turkish Cup final, he put up a man-of-the-match performance against Istanbul Başakşehir and inspired Fenerbahçe to their first major trophy in 9 years, the first of his career. So, considering how much he is being compared to Messi, we all expect that Arda Guler would make a simple move to Barcelona this summer. Deco was really trying to pull it off, and the Barcelona president publicly declared that they were trying to sign the kid. But that's probably what ruined it for the Blaugranas, because then Real Madrid came from nowhere and joined the race for the kid's signature. So, what do you think happened? Of course, you already know. The Turkish Messi picked Real Madrid over Barcelona. Guler said he wanted to help make more money for Fenerbahçe, so he requested that Real Madrid pay an amount higher than his release clause for his transfer, and they obliged. I'm not sure Barcelona would have been able to grant that request. Anyway, the Turkish delight, new Mesut Ozil, or the Turkish Messi, whatever name you decide to call him, is now a Real Madrid player, and his 6-year contract should keep him at the club until 2029. But I want to hear from you now. How do you think the Wonder Kid will perform at the biggest club in Europe? Will he turn into a proper star, or will he be a flop? Share your thoughts in the comments.